I'm going to talk about AI today. So we had AI a track, probably yeah, I should be here. So yeah, we are entering AI era, and so everything AI related is evolving very, very fast. Actually, every time when I think about AI, I remember Alice in Wonderland. Lewis Carroll wrote this like more than 1 century ago, but it's a perfectly described situation with developers and AI skills. And if you would like to be at the edge of AI technologies, probably you have to learn AI skills. And today, I'm going to talk about specific area of AI. It's edge AI or on-device AI. When we are running AI models exactly on device. But before we started, let me take a step back and talk a little bit about generative AI in general. Oh, yeah, I forgot to introduce myself. Yeah, my name is Sasha Denisov. I work for EPAM as a chief software engineer and playing a role of head of Flutter competency. Also, I'm Google developer expert and Flutter, Firebase, and AI. If you're interested what does it mean, Google developer expert, and you don't know, you can catch me after, and I will tell you everything about this program. What else? I'm a community leader of Flutter Berlin. If you're interested in Flutter and will be in Berlin, please welcome to our events. We are trying to do it every month. Okay, let's come back to my talk. Probably you already saw this screen. And okay, sorry, my earring. And I won't ask you what do you see. And who tried this tool? Yeah, yes, this is a competitor of ChatGPT, is Gemini, created by Google. And maybe this one. Yeah, of course, it's Claude by Anthropic. Maybe this. Yes, a Chinese competitor of all of them, DeepSeek. Yeah, all of them are AI tools that we are using in our regular life. But what exactly happens under the hood? What generative AI is? Generative AI is a area of AI that generates content for us. It can be not only text, it can be images, video, sound, even music. But how it works? So if you take a look to this scheme, it's how a large language model works. It's we provide input at the beginning of the sentence, and model based on a huge amount of humanity-generated text finds a proper word that are most appropriate for the next word in the sequence. So actually, LLM is a kind of sophisticated autocomplete. But AI models nowadays are a little bit more complicated. Yeah, I forgot. Let's try to autocomplete this sequence. Who knows? Please? Exactly. That's the question. Shakespeare told it tons of time ago, yeah, tons of years ago, but we have it, our text, and machine learning models learned with this text, and so can autocomplete this sequence. And yeah, AI models now are a little bit more complicated, so you can provide not only text as an input, you can provide also images, sound, video, and it has name multimodality, when we can combine different types of context for a model. And this is example of really complex input for Gemini 2 Pro. You see there is a sketch, video, and question. Question is, what is the time code when this happens? And Gemini answered, this happens at the 15 minutes, 32 seconds time code. So it analyzes video, found the moment that looks like a moment of the sketch, and give you answer. So this is a perfect example of multimodality. And now AI models can do function calling. It's a capability of models to interact with the real world. Probably you heard the word AI agents. So when you provide the model opportunity to call third-party API. For example, I was walking around Pescara, made a photo, and asked, where am I? And Gemini answered me, you're at Piazza del Sacro Cuore, Pescara, Abruzzo. So this is multimodality, and this is function calling. So my model calls Google Maps API and provide me coordinates where am I. So it's everything very good, but there are few concerns about this functionality. So for using these tools, you need internet connection. If you would like to integrate such functionality, you have to pay, because API usually not for free. And last but not least, privacy concerns. Sometimes when you share data with public AI, this data can be used for training models. And a lot of companies and sometimes people really care about the private data and don't want to share with public AI models. So here we are. Let's talk about how we can create applications with AI functionality, but without internet connection, without money, without paying bills, and without privacy concerns. Or I have another name for this talk. It's on-device AI with fine-tuned Gemma in your mobile and web applications. Who knows what I mean when I'm talking on-device AI? Okay, good. And fine-tuning. And Gemma, who knows Gemma? Okay, some people knows. So I decided to divide my talk into a few chapters, and every chapter I will explain one of these parts of the title of the talk. And let's start with Gemma. Gemma stories. So Gemma is an open, Google created open models family that created using the same approach as a Gemini. So actually I prepared a few notes about Gemma with text. So the same approach as a Gemini. What else? When you can use open models. So when you don't want to send data to server. So actually the same reasons that I already mentioned in the name of the talk. So when you use open model, you take full responsibility, and you can do whatever you want with your model. You can just download the model as a file. You can train it. Additionally, you can store it on your device. You can use it somewhere in your private cloud, on, I don't know, your on-premise server, whatever you want. Open models usually much smaller than big model of big providers. And yeah, you can manipulate it because it's... So the smallest Gemma has a size 500 megabytes. So it's a really small size if we're talking about AI models. And this is timeline. So Gemma was born 1 year ago in 2024. And you see, so during last year, They create already Gemma 2, and Gemma 2 for Japan. It's specifically Gemma trained with Japanese language. And breaking news, last week, Google announced Gemma 3. It's a game changer in OpenAI models family because it's really powerful and really small. The combination of power and size is really good for open models. So yeah, Gemma 3. Really last week, 12 March. So Gemma 3. A few things about Gemma 3. Take a look to this graph. It's benchmark in comparison with other open models. For example, in comparison with DeepSeek, you see the size of this column and how many GPUs was used for DeepSeek and for Gemma 3. And the size also. The size of this DeepSeek is about half of terabyte, and Gemma 3 is like about 20 gigabytes. Okay, a few facts about Gemma 3. Gemma 3 is multimodal, so you can provide not only text, because Gemma before, Gemma 1 and Gemma 2, were only text-to-text. Gemma 3 is multimodal. Gemma 3 is multi-language, so you can provide your input with different, with a combination of words from different languages. It will work. Like in this example is combination of Japanese and English words, and Gemma understands it. And Gemma 3 can do function calling that I described in one of the previous slides. Okay, what else? The really important thing, context window. Previous Gemma had only 8K context window, so not very big window for context. So Gemma 3 has much bigger context window. You can provide much more longer input. And this is comparison table of different types of Gemma 3, because it has different sizes and different capabilities. The smallest one, 1 billion parameters with 32K context window, and unfortunately only English. But for example, Gemma 3, 4 billion parameters already much more powerful, 140 languages, multimodal, and so on. Where you can try it. You can, if you already tried AI Studio by Google, you can just choose the Gemma from the all models family and play with it in your browser. Or you can open Vertex AI, find it in Model Garden, and try in Google Cloud. There is a model card and full description of model and so on. Or you can download it from Kaggle. Kaggle is a tool for AI and machine learning specialists. There are models, data sets, and so on. Or Hugging Face. You can take it on Hugging Face. Okay, let's move to the second chapter on device Gemma. So actually, I remember that some of you raised the hand what does it mean on device ML, but there are a couple of examples. So when you need to do some machine learning stuff on device, there is an example. For example, on blur photos or add masks on Instagram, because you need to do it faster than to connect to server and get answer back. For these purposes, there is a specific framework with name TensorFlow Lite, created by Google, that allows you to work with machine learning models exactly on device. Have you heard about TensorFlow Lite? Do you know that there is no more TensorFlow Lite? There was a rebranding. Now it's Lite RT, or Lite Runtime. It's much more powerful than TensorFlow Lite. They decided to change the name in the newest version. But for our AI purposes, I'm not going to use Lite RT, because there is a framework on top of Lite RT, also created by Google. It's named MediaPipe. MediaPipe is a framework that allows you to combine a few different machine learning models in pipelines, exactly at device. And MediaPipe has SDKs for mobile and web development. It has Android, iOS, and web SDKs. And it enables large language model functionality. So you can use AI models with generative AI capabilities like Gemma exactly on device using MediaPipe. So there's a few examples where you can take a look to MediaPipe functionality. For example, there are Android and iOS example with chat functionality. You can just download it, clone this repository, and launch on your devices and check. And what about Flutter? Because I'm head of Flutter competency and Flutter developer, so there was no Flutter SDK. Actually, please raise your hand. Who knows what Flutter is? Yeah, me too. So I'm speaker and head of Flutter competency. I should know. Yeah. For people who haven't raised the hand, so one slide. Flutter is a framework for cross-platform implementation of mobile applications for iOS and Android, and actually not only cross-platform, but multi-platform. You can use the same code base and implement application for iOS, Android, web, and desktop. What else about Flutter? Yeah, Flutter has a nice mascot. It's named Dash. It's like funny pollution. And I even have a specific hat for talking about Flutter. Let me up. Yeah. So I will be Dash today. Up. Yeah, like similar. Okay. So when I decided to try use Gemma on device, first that I did, I started to look for maybe someone already implemented plugin for Gemma. And I found one. But when I checked the repository, there is all that I found there. So I realized that looks like it's not ready yet. But the fun fact that there are like 23 downloads. So some people tried to use it. So I decided to implement my own. Yeah, and you can use Flutter Gemma plugin that allows you to use Gemma, and not only Gemma, I will tell about it a little bit later, in your Flutter applications. And there is example. So if you launch example from repository of this plugin, you can launch it on your device. See, it's web, it's Android, iOS also supported. And what else? Yeah, in the last version, I added support of Gemma free. So now you can use Gemma free with Flutter as well. And with the last version of plugin, you can use Gemma free, you can use DeepSeek, and you can use V4. And if you take a look to the size of Gemma free, it looks like it's a really, really nice solution for AI. You don't have to download the really big file. 500 megabytes, in current days, it's not really big size. And yeah, how to load a model to your device, because you have like file. You downloaded the model from, I don't know, Kaggle or Hugging Face, and now you need to upload it to device. So of course, you can use ADB shell for Android or your macOS and plug, drag and drop your file and upload it to your iOS device. But it's not for production. You can't ask your user, please upload model to device before using my application. It sounds strange, yeah? So in my plugin, you can use specific methods for it. MediaPipe don't provide this method, but plugin provides. You can upload the model from assets. You can download it from somewhere network, or you can just use ADB shell and set the path. But what does it mean, this parameter, LoRa path? Who heard about LoRa? Okay, I will explain. The next chapter, fine-tune Gemma. So I will talk about AI again, so I can remove the Flutter head. Fine-tuning. This is short definition of fine-tuning. So, a type of post-training occurring after blah, 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 blah. You can read it here. Actually, there is a scheme, how it works. You have pre-trained model. You have your own data set with your own data. It can be, I don't know, sensitive data that you don't want to share with someone. It's only your data. And you can fine-tune your model. And in result, we will have model that knows everything about your data set and can answer and generate answers with this data as well. LoRa is one specific fine-tuning approach that is very simple and don't need tons of resources. So it's the fastest one, I would say. How it works? It doesn't change the weights of model numbers. It just add few layers of additional weights that I would say move the models in the proper direction. So I generate a image that I was trying to represent it. So this is a model, the pre-trained LLM, and its weights are freezed. And this is LoRa with additional lights, and to take this model and move direction where we need. Actually, you can go to Gemma cookbook and take a look to a lot of examples how to fine-tune and how to do a lot of different stuff with Gemma, including RAG and other AI functionality approaches. And MediaPipe has a specific parameter to provide path to a LoRa file. So you don't have to fine-tune model and replace old model with new model. You can use only one big model and replace only small additional file with your trained data. So this is, yeah. So instead of standard approach, when you have your base model, then you prepare your own data set, then you fine-tune your model, and then you upload your model to device. And when you get new data, and you would like to fine-tune model again, you have to repeat everything from the beginning. With LoRa, you can go a different way. You can take your base model, then upload your base model to device, then prepare your dataset, fine-tune base model, and upload only LoRa file to your mobile device. And repeat only this step. And size of LoRa path, LoRa file will be not even hundreds of megabytes. Depends on the size of your dataset, of course, but it will be much smaller than a full model. And yeah, I wrote an article with detailed explanation about how to fine-tune model and save your LoRa file separately, not to save full model. It's long read, actually, but I guess it will be useful if you would like to implement something like this and would like to prepare your LoRa device for your application. Examples. So first example that you can use, it's example prepared by Google for MediaPipe. If you are native developers, I guess it will be very useful for you. If you're a Flutter developer, I prepared, actually, it was a workshop that I ran yesterday. It's a GenAI fireside chat, when I combined many AI models in one application and make them to talk with each other without human interaction. So like Gemini, ChatGPT, what else? Gemma, and so ChatGPT and Gemini from cloud, Gemma locally, DeepSeek, Claude, and Llama, and all of them like just talking with each other. It is Flutter application. That's why you can launch it on web, on Android or iOS, and it doesn't matter. And there is recording how it will look like if you try to launch it yourself. So you just need to read the README, try to go step by step, and you will get this functionality on your device. Sometimes they're speaking really funny things. And it's a really nice conversation. Sometimes they arguing, sometimes they welcoming each other, sometimes they like start joking with each other, and it's really fun. It's a good example that I always give to audience. The first time when I presented this workshop in Barcelona, audience asked me, please ask them who is better, Real Madrid or Barcelona? And it was funny because ChatGPT told that Real Madrid is better because of statistics, blah, blah, blah. And Gemini started to argue with that we can't take a look only from this side, only statistic, it's not true. And yeah, audience was really happy and told me that no, we never use ChatGPT anymore, so only Gemini. Yeah. And what else can we do? Probably I will update a little bit this chat in the future, so and try to to make different gemmas talk with each other, because we can connect gemmas with different versions, with different amount of parameters, and fine-tuned and not fine-tuned. And the gemma will talk with gemma, with another gemma, and another gemma. Yeah, and try to take a look what it will happen there. It's not implemented yet, it's just in my head, but maybe in the future it will be there as well. If you're interested in working with Gemma, you can join this Discord channel. And everything related to Gemma can be discussed there. And yeah, there's the last slide of my presentation.